driving a giant, fast, four-door Porsche through the desert. Perfect car for this. Panamera 4S. Not quite the flagship turbo. V6 2.9. Twin turbo. Turbos inside the cylinder V. 324 kilowatts, 550 Newton meters. Porsche says this car is good to go from 0 to 100 4.2 seconds. It wasn't too long ago that 4.2 seconds would have been a flagship turbo type of acceleration figure, but now you get those kind of numbers in a lower model. Obviously launch control helps with that. All-wheel drive. Does it go? Yeah, it's quick. And it sounds pretty good too. Of course, it's got those exhaust flaps which you can open if you can find the button hidden away in this giant 12.3-inch screen. Porsche has tried to simplify all of this functionality with one big screen and big touch-sensitive center console with haptic feedback, just like an iPhone 7. Even though they've simplified everything, it's still very complex because there's so much stuff that this thing can do. In this car, the center vent, you have to go into a menu, swipe around to point it where you want it, and you shouldn't really have to look at the vent to see where it's pointing, but you kind of do anyway because it looks cool with these little motorized flaps. But if you're into this kind of thing, swiping and programmable home screens and 5 different menus, it's actually pretty good the way it all works. The instrument cluster has one central rev counter with a real needle in it. I guess you call that old school these days. 2 7-inch screens either side of it, which you can program to have colorful navigation, maps, trip computers, all sorts. It's a very colorful dashboard when you have it set up in its fanciest looking way. Steering wheel, just like a 911 and 718s, has a sport response button on it with 4 settings. 0 or O for a normal drive setting. Sport, Sports Plus, Individual, where I can choose which steering, weight, and gearbox program and throttle sensitivity all on its own. And in the middle of it, there's a button for Sport Response. It gives you a 20-second, basically a 20-second blast of overtaking, power, and action.
You're in manual mode, that's why it didn't change.
Normally they override.